Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG unlocking a bunch of achievements in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. Guys, we are in Minecraft 1.12 on the Hermitcraft server right now. Oh, this is an exciting day. I was going to wake up this morning, play a little bit of Minecraft, do some technical jazz with all of you fine people out there, and don't worry, we're still going to be doing that. But guys, we have been updated to 1.12, and 1.12 has unlocked a whole bunch of awesome jazz over here, man. This is so sweet. Look at this. This is like a brand new sort of crafting thing that's going on over here. Oh, I have no idea what this is, but let's go check it out. I've got this little message, says craft wooden planks. The recipe book can help. Craft wooden planks. Okay, Minecraft, you think I'm brand new? You think I don't know how to make wooden planks? I mean, what's going on over here? This is so cool. I think that this new crafting system is kind of like the NEI system that you get in modded Minecraft. Check this out, guys. Let's put some wood in the inventory right now. Okay, boom. And look at that. New recipes unlocked. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh, look at that. We have unlocked spruce wood planks. That is cool. Do I need to click on a crafting table or something? Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. It's unlocking a whole bunch of stuff for us. Okay, so when you put materials in your inventory that can make something, you can then unlock recipes in this thing. And then we can very easily move the materials that we want across into the crafting table from this recipe thingy over here, which is absolutely amazing. Look at that. It just unlocked chests for us. Oh my goodness, guys. This is absolutely insane. There we go. So we're going to be adding a bunch of new recipes to, I guess this is like a recipe book over time. Oh man, this is so sweet. This is taking Minecraft to the next level. I had no idea that Mojang was planning this for 1.12. Look at this, man. Let's make a whole bunch of, oh, what did I make over there? Orange stained glass. I want to make all of this orange stained glass, all of it that I can. Thank you. Nice. Wow, that was so much easier than sitting here transferring blocks of freaking glass or stacks of glass into the crafting table to make orange glass. That is superb, my friends. Mojang, I tip my hat off to you, my fine friends. You have just made Minecraft survival so much freaking better, man. Okay, I need a moment, Cyberdogs. This 1.12 update has just got me super excited. Let me get a sip of my beverage over here. Okay, there we go. All right, ReNDoG, it's just Minecraft. It's just a new era of Minecraft. Nothing to get excited about, okay? Take it freaking easy. Welcome back, everybody, to the Netherboard and to another episode of Minecraft Survival with your dog, the ReNDoG. Oh, baby, today we are doing some really cool stuff. Over the last couple of episodes, we have been getting mighty technical up in here, haven't we, guys? Man, we have done some cool stuff. We have managed to make some automatic crop farms. We have been working with some redstone contraptions. Oh baby, the ReNDoG brain been cooking with gas. And here's how I feel today, guys. I feel like doing a little bit more technical work while my brain is in the zone of the redstone. And let me tell you something, it doesn't really happen that often. Let's be honest with ourselves, guys. While my brain is in this technical zone, let's take full freaking advantage of that, okay? Here's what I want to do with you guys today. We're going to be doing some technical work together, and it's going to be awesome. I keep on seeing name tags and stuff. Am I tripping? I think I'd be tripping. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Here's what we're going to try and do today, guys. Last time we were together, we got some aqueducts going, right? We've got all of our crops from our two farms traveling down this chute and landing up in this hopper. Today, guys, we're going to make this storage system over here, which is what we planned on doing to store all of those crops, more complicated than it needs to be. In fact, we're going to make it so complicated, I think I might actually fail at this task today. But I'm going to do my absolute best. Let me try and break it down for you, what I would like to achieve with you fine Minecrafters out there today. What I would like to achieve is the following. I want all of those crops coming from our two Von Butt farms to land up in this storage facility. But that is not where it stops. I want to do something really interesting in the storage facility. Okay? All of those crops are going to be landing up in this area down here. Then I want those crops to travel up this chute over here. Okay, are you guys still with me? So the crops are coming here, then they're going to go underground somewhere, and then they're going to travel up this chute. right? Now, why in the name of all that is jazzy do we want them to travel up the chute? Well, what I would like for them to then do is travel in 4 different directions. I want them to travel in each of the directions, north, south, east, west, across some sort of a see-through pipe of some kind, right? And the idea here is that when we are downstairs in the storage facility, we will be able to see a number of different really cool things happening. Number 1, I want to be able to see all of the crops falling down like a delivery chute over here from the aqueducts up there. Then I want to see those crops going up the chute, and then I want to see those crops traveling along these aqueducts over here. I want those crops to go in a random direction, north, south, east, or west, and then I want all of those crops to be sorted into chests inside of this storage facility, automatically sorted for us so that we never have to worry about it again. And when we come here to storage module beta, all of the crops will be sorted into the different sides of the storage room over here. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down today, baby? Oh, I've got this covered, guys. You think I can't do this? I got this covered, my fine friends. I know how to do all of these things. Well, theoretically I do. I guess the most difficult thing is going to be to try and get the items to randomly go across these chutes, but don't you guys worry. ReNDoG has come up with the most technical redstone that you've ever seen in your life to make items go in random directions. Oh, I'm gonna blow your brains out the freaking water today, baby. Let me get another sip of this beverage. I'm getting way too excited. Hey, you know what, guys? I have woken up in such a good mood today, man. I don't know what it is. I just feel like $1,000,000 freaking bucks today. I think it's probably because last night, for the first time in many, many months, I actually had a proper night's sleep. Oh my goodness. I forgot what it felt like to wake up in the morning after a proper 8 to 9 hours worth of sleep. Oh man, so freaking awesome. I feel so good. It is awesome, man. You know, usually I go to bed at about, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, and over the last couple of weeks I've only been getting to bed at about 3 or 4, and it's been pretty bad, man. It's been pretty bad. So last night I decided to try and break the freaking mold, break the routine, and I went to bed at 9:30 in the evening, people. My goodness, that is some early jazz for the ReNDoG, let me tell you something. But man, I had a full night's sleep, absolutely dead sleep. You know those sleeps where you fall asleep and then you wake up 8 hours later and it is the morning and you didn't dream, you didn't think of anything, you just disappeared for a while. I had one of those sleeps, man. It was beautiful. I haven't had one of those in probably a couple of years, so that was absolutely awesome. Anyway, let's get down to some technicalities over here, guys. Oh man, I'm so pumped for this project. I spent yesterday afternoon getting ready for this jazz. Take a look at this. I have filled a shulker box with some pretty scary stuff. Yep, there is a whole bunch of redstone jazz in here. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, okay? I think I know what I'm doing. I think I've figured out exactly how to make today's project work. I think what we're going to have to do, though, is start with some hoppers over here, and then I guess we might need some repeaters and some comparators, and we're also going to need some droppers today. Okay, so we can make some of those a little bit later on. First and foremost, what I want to do is try to make a very cool looking chute over here, right? The thinking is I want to see those items dropping down over here, and then I want to see them going up this pipe, as I explained. But it looks like I might have derped up a little bit over here. I think we're going to have to push this back by 1. That's going to push the water over here, though. Yeah, okay, so that's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to need some signages, and actually, this is actually kind of perfect. We can leave it like this, right? The items are going to flow down the water, and actually, this might work out really good. If we added a nice little bit of glass over here, yes, we're going to see the items going down here. Okay, that's actually perfect, but I think we're going to have to raise this up by 1 too, just like this, so we can watch the items going along the floor over here. I know this isn't really making any sense right now, guys. Give me a moment, okay? Trust me, it's all going to come together in a moment. Okay, so all of those crops, and we probably need to plug this this up too, right? So they don't shoot through the thing. All of those crops are going to go down this little water chute, and I guess we'll have to change the back of that water chute to black or something to make it look really good. But now, what we're going to do, guys, is find a way to push those items up this tube of glass. I know what you're thinking. ReNDoG, that sounds impossible. How do you make items go up in Minecraft? Well, guess what, my fine friends? There is a very easy way to do that. And I think what we'll do is start with a little bit of hopper action over here. Let's place a hopper over here, and then what we're gonna do, let's just break all of this glass that I just placed. Oh man, I'm so bad at doing technical stuff. Now we're gonna put a hopper into that one like that. Okay, sweet. So those items are gonna flow onto this hopper, and then what we're gonna do is get those items to travel into some sort of a redstone mechanism that is gonna push those items up this tube. Oh baby, now we're talking. All right, brand new crafting system. I need myself a dropper. There's the recipe. I've got all the materials in my inventory. How beautiful is that, guys? Oh my goodness, I love this new crafting system so much. It's basically very similar to how you craft items in modded, and I think that obviously Mojang took a lot of inspiration from that, and I think the way that they have done it is absolutely amazing. It is so simple to understand, so simple to use. Absolutely glorious, man. Anyway, let's continue over here, guys. Next step is to try and get items to go up this tube over here, right? And we've got our dropper, and we're going to need to make that dropper's butthole face upwards like that. Okay, beautiful. That's facing upwards. Now, what we need to do is make this dropper spit items out of its butt crack. And we're going to be doing that in exactly the same way that we did in both of these farms over here. We've learned a brand new Minecraft redstone machine, haven't we, over the last couple of episodes? Man, I hope you guys are learning along with me over here. Oops, that's my bad. Let's get that hopper reinstalled over here. I'm just having such a blast learning all of these things. I've got to be honest with you guys, man. I want to try and get a little bit more technical in this game. I think there's a whole world of awesome that we can unlock with redstone, and it's a world that I've avoided over the last couple of years because let's be honest with ourselves, guys, it's pretty freaking scary, isn't it? I'm super intimidated by redstone. I know that you guys are probably also. Anyhoozle, let's try get this dropper firing up now, right? Now, what we learned the last time around is that we can use a comparator, some redstone cabling, and some repeaters to make this hopper trigger over and over. So a comparator goes in like a so, and that's going to send a signal into a repeater, right? That's the next step of this little thing. So a repeater, and then that redstone pulse is going to come around, and it's going to go back into the comparator over here, and then I think we're probably going to have to bring it around like that into a repeater on this side so that it'll trigger the dropper. Let's see if we've actually made this work. Let's put some blocks in there, and that is not working at the moment for some reason. I think I done derped. Oh, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! We've got a flashy little light show going on over here, guys. But of course, what we need to do is try and find a way to get this redstone pulse into the dropper itself. I mean, what we could do is just stick a bit of redstone over the top like that. But we need this block above the butthole to be open. We need to place some blocks on that thing. So we're going to need to find a different way to do this. And I've been studying a little bit on the redstone. And apparently, what we could do to trigger this dropper is if we could find a way to get some redstone into this iron block, that should, in theory, power that dropper. So let's try a little something over here. I want to run a little bit of redstone underneath this iron block, and as I understand it, that should power this block over here. I don't know, that's the theory. Let's check it out. If we run it down there, okay, that didn't quite work the way that I wanted it to. Let's try and run it around the corner or something. Maybe if we run it like this, so that it goes behind the block. I don't know, something like that. Is that going to work? Oh, that's working. Okay, nice. All right, so I don't know what happened there. Oh, I think we cut off the redstone signal over here. I think that's probably why that didn't work. But hang on, let's try this again. How come this didn't work? I suppose there is something weird going on over here that is stopping it working. It's probably because this block is powered over here. I don't know. I don't understand the redstone, okay? I'm not even going to try and work it out. All I know is that I got it working in this way, so I ain't going to fix what ain't broke. Let's get that thing firing off. Okay, beautiful. So the dropper is working. It is going to be punching out items that come from this stream over here. And let's just make sure that this is all working. If we stick some items in there, yes, perfect. Now, how how are we going to get those beautiful items to go up this chute? That is the question on everybody's lips. Well, that should be the question on everybody's lips because, well, I've probably done the episode really badly if you guys aren't thinking that. Well, it's a very, very simple thing to make over here, guys. We are going to be making an item elevator out of this chute over here. And all you need to do to make an item elevator tick is to make a chute of blocks that are 3 by 3 like this, and then to make them completely solid. So let's get all the way up to the top of this chute over here. What we're going to do is make this whole thing solid. Let's fill in this this hole over here. And what we need to do, of course, is make sure that the block above the butthole is also solid, right? So let's get all of these blocks down over here like that. And I think I missed one over there. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's get that filled in. And now we are going to fill all of this in like this. Okay, now the way that this works, I don't quite understand the way that items move through blocks in Minecraft. But as I understand it from what Iskall told me yesterday, is that if a block goes into a space where there is another block, it'll keep on going up until it finds a piece of open air. I think that's the theory. Don't take my word on that one, though. I'm not 100% sure whether that is true or not. Now, let's give this a test, shall we? Let's throw some items into the water stream, and what we should see happening is the items getting spat up by the hopper, and there they go. They go all the way up to the top. Okay, let's throw a whole bunch of them in and take a look at it from the top. Oh man, it's actually working. This is awesome. I told you guys I'm having a good day today, man. There we go. Look, all the items are coming up here to the top of the chute. Absolutely perfect. Now, next step in our little technical build over here, guys, is going to be to try to find a way to get these items to travel in these 4 different directions. I suppose for now, let's get them traveling in one direction. Where's going to be the best direction? I reckon in this way, because there's the least amount of stuff happening. And what I'd like to do now, guys, is, well, one of the most technical things that I think I've done ever in Minecraft. I did something like this in my survival world, so I hope that I can remember how to do it. But I want to try and find a way to sort all of the items coming out of our farms auto-magically using redstone. Yep, I'm going to need some more beverage for this. Now, even though my brain is cooking with gas today, Cyberdogs, I gotta be honest with you, man, this is gonna be the 4th time that I try to record this next segment of the video, and that's because I'm trying to explain some really complicated redstone jazz to you guys. Let's see if I can actually get it done. Bear with me over here, okay, guys? Bear with me. I think that I'm gonna be able to nail it this time around, because let's face it, I've had a bunch of practice. Now, what are we trying to achieve over here? We are trying to achieve a system that is going to automatically sort and store all of the crops coming out of the Von Butts Industrial Park over here. What we're going to try and do with this particular build right now is start off with one of the crops. So let's say, for example, this is the chest where we are going to be collecting wheat. How are we going to be collecting that wheat in this chest, and how are we going to be separating that wheat from all of the other crops? That is the question. Now, let's begin over here with a dropper or a hopper going into the chest. Next up, what we need to do is add another hopper above that one, and then above this one we need to add another hopper. Now what we're going to be doing over here, guys, is basically making some hopper chains. If you can imagine that this very top hopper chain over here is where all of the crops are going to be traveling, okay? So that water chute, that aqueduct that is transporting all of the crops is going to be ending over here, and then all of those crops are going to be going into this particular hopper chain, okay? Are you guys with me? Next up, what we need to do is set up some sort of a sorting system, and this is where it gets complicated. What we want to do over here is tell this hopper over here that it is only going to be sending wheat into this chest, okay? So that is the goal. Now what we need to do is add a little bit of redstone over here. What we're going to do is stick a torch underneath the hopper that goes into the chest, and then what we're going to do is add a couple of blocks like this, and what we're going to do is add a comparator in this position. Okay, there we go. Now this hopper over here is going to be functioning as the filter for the wheat. And now that I have a look at it in my inventory, I don't have any freaking wheat on me. So let's head over to the back of the Von Butts industrial wheat producing machine. I think I called it the 2-speed crop rom burner. I think that's what it's called. Let's get ourselves a little bit of wheat in the inventory so that we can continue on this build. Okay, so far, guys, we have got our chain at the top. This is the pipe that's transferring all of the items. And this is going to be the filter that is going to be sending items into this chest over here. Now, the reason that we've added this torch underneath this hopper is because we want to lock this hopper. Okay, there's a redstone signal going into the hopper, so this hopper is not going to work. Take a look at this. If we put an item in there, it's not going to send that item in the chest because the torch has locked it over here. So with that in mind, we can now fill this hopper with a wheat filter. We're going to fill each of these spaces in the hopper with a block of wheat, and then we are going to be adding 41 wheat into this last slot, into the first slot of the hopper over here. We'll get back to this in a moment. Now, that's all locked up, looking very good. Now, the next thing that we need to do is try to get the wheat flowing into the chest, and we're going to be doing that using this comparator over here, right? So this comparator is looking at our filter hopper over here, right? And what we want it to do is to transport a redstone signal when another bit of wheat hits this hopper over here. So take a look at this. If we add another bit of wheat in there, there we go. The redstone hopper is now pulsating a pulse. Okay, we want to send that pulsating redstone pulse into a block down here. And now what we want to do is use this redstone signal to turn this torch off so that that brand new bit of wheat in this hopper will go down. But then we want, of course, the whole system to be locked so that this dropper isn't just going to spit all of its stuff out, right? Now check this out. What we need to do is add a repeater at the end of this block because, of course, this block is now being powered by this redstone signal. And now we're going to add a bit of redstone over here. And you can see that torch just turned off for a second. And that is, of course, because the redstone signal went into the repeater and the repeater hit this block, depowered the block, and now we should have a bit of wheat inside of the hopper. Yes, there we go. Now let's add another bit of wheat in here. Let's add like 3 wheat, and what you guys will see is that wheat should travel down here into the chest. There's the 3 wheat in the chest, and there should be 1 left over here. Okay, so that's how we're going to be sorting the items. We're going to be making one of these contraptions for each of the different crops, but I need to explain to you guys why this is happening, okay? Now, it's a little bit complicated to explain, and I actually had to ask Iskal about this, and hopefully I can explain this correctly, but basically, the way that this is working is kind of interesting. I find it very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so a hopper will transmit a certain amount of redstone signal or a certain redstone power signal depending on how many items is in it. An item hopper will transmit a redstone signal that is determined by the percentage of items within an item hopper. Okay, bear with me. In this situation, our item hopper has 45 items in it, including these 4 wheat and this stack of 41 wheat over here. That is going to be producing a redstone signal that has a strength of 2. And that strength of 2, as you guys can see, is powering these 2 bits of redstone over here, but not this one down here. If we add another item into the hopper, it is then going to be transmitting a redstone signal that has a strength of 3. And as you guys can see, we are now powering this bit of redstone cabling over here, which is powering this repeater, which of course is then sending a signal into this block and depowering this torch over here. So as long as this hopper has more than 45 items in it, it is going to be powering this bit of redstone. But as soon as more items are added to it, in this case wheat, it is going to then be powering that redstone over there, which is then going to be triggering this redstone torch, which is going to be turning this hopper on, or basically, not turning it off, and that is going to then transfer all of the wheat into the chest. Whew, man, that is some complicated stuff. I hope it makes sense to you guys, but that's how it works, and all we need to do now is find a way to transfer all of this into that freaking hole over there. Remember how I said at the beginning of the episode we were going to make storage module beta way more complicated than it needs to be? Well, that goal has been achieved, guys. This place is looking kind of crazy. I've spent the last hour or so getting this place ready to install the item sorter that I showed you guys up there, and well, it's been installed, and I guess I need to take you guys through what I've done over here, man. It's actually not as bad as it looks, okay? It's looking a little bit messy right now because the design of the room hasn't been completed, but essentially what I've done is I've started working a little bit on the floor design of the storage module beta. I've added some more of these sweet-ass uranium passageways, and yeah, I guess what I want to do do is add some of those nice chambers that we made in Storage Module Alpha over here, right? That could be pretty cool. But the bulk of the work has been trying to figure out where we're going to be installing the item sorters. And the item sorters are going to go into the walls of the Storage Module Beta over here. And this is where we are going to be collecting all of the items. So all along these walls of Storage Module Beta will be stacks of chests like this. That was a lot of S's on a lot of words over there. But these chests are going to be receiving the items. I think this is going to work out. I've just got a hopper going into each of the chests. And in this case, we've just got a single item sorter. What I'm going to need to do is install an item sorter in every single row here, all the way around the entire chamber, so that we can have chests next to each other. And basically, we're going to have a chamber just filled with chests. And over time, they will get jam-packed with croppages and seeds and potatoes and carrots and all that jazz. I think it's about time we get rid of the spider spawner, though, because it's making the place look a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. Spider spawner, RIP, get wrecked. Get out of our face, man. You know that horrible sound a car engine makes when you rev it over 9,000? That is what is going on in my brain right now, guys. It has been a crazy day of Minecrafting for me. Jeez, my brain is a rotten puddle of yogurt at the moment. But I'm pleased to announce our system is almost ready for testing. All we have to do now is install a really complicated item random splitter at the very top of this chute over here. But before we do that, guys, take a look at this. I've installed 4 different filters over here. One for beetroot seeds, beetroots, and wheat. And what's really cool about this item filter I showed you is that you can install them next to each other. All you have to do, of course, is rotate between chests and trap chests. And you also have to make sure that you rotate between a redstone cable and a repeater underneath this section of the design, or that redstone is going to start to conflict with itself. Now, I've installed 4 different filters over here, just the same way that I showed you. A filter for wheat, a filter for beetroot, for seeds, and for beetroot seeds. And I've also installed this really massive hopper chain. Take a look at this. It goes all the way around the room. It is a continual loop that goes all the way around the room. And that's very important, because what we're going to be doing here, of course, is adding a bunch of items into this system. Let's get a bunch of seeds in there, a couple of wheats, some beetroots, I guess, and some beetroot seeds. Those items are now traveling all the way around, and they're going to loop all the way around this circle of hoppers until they find their respective filters over here, right? And that's how we're going to be sorting the items. Remember, we're going to be filling this chamber with chests on all of these different walls, and those chests, of course, are going to be filtering out the items. So this wall over here might be dedicated to beetroot and beetroot seeds, and that wall to wheat and wheat seeds, and that wall to potatoes and carrots, for example, right? So there's going to be items, hundreds of items coming into the system. Now let's make sure those seeds arrive. Yes, there they are, and the beetroots should have arrived. Beautiful. And the wheat has arrived. Excellent. And the beetroot seeds have arrived. Okay, our hopper chain is working and our sorting system is working, guys. One last thing to do now. Install the most complicated item random splitter your freaking eyeballs have ever seen. All right, Cyberdogs, I've only got one question for your butts right now. Are you ready to behold the most complicated and the most cleverly designed redstone contraption all time? You thought that Ethos Nexus was complicated. You thought that Iskal85 built some amazing redstone contraptions. Well, you would be wrong, my friends. You are about to observe the most complicated redstone machine ever created. Now take a look at this. What we're trying to do, of course, guys, is get items to come through that item elevator over there. All the crops are going to be shooting up this item elevator, and we want those items to split in these directions, right? We want them to go randomly, either north, south, east, or west, so that we can see them traveling along these tubes when we are in the storage module. Now take a look at this. Let's throw a couple of random items in there. Let's throw some seeds, and let's get up to the top so that we can see what happens. When I first started designing this machine, guys, I thought that having a water source up here like this would be more than enough to split those items randomly. But as you can see, what's happening over here is the seeds are just gathering inside of that still water source. And that is not ideal. That is not how we want to split items. So we are going to be using some crazy redstone to get these items split. And we're going to kick things off, my friends, with a bit of slabbage. We're going to stick some slabbage on top of that block over there. And that is our first step to into the most complicated item sorter that you have ever seen in your life. Get ready, Cyberdogs, to have your minds blown out the wazoo, baby. Behold, Cyberdogs, the most important block in the ReNDoG splitter. And yes, that is going to be the name of this thing if nobody else has ever invented it. If somebody has invented this, of course, I will give credit where credit is due. But I've never seen it before, and this is officially the ReNDoG splitter. Unless somebody else has done it, of course. Now, I've got a bit of slabbage over here, guys. 4 water sources on either side of that slabbage. And let's take ourselves back down to the path over here, or to the aqueduct, and let's throw some items in here, some beetroot seeds. Get them in there. Now, let's get back up to the top and observe what is going to happen over here, guys. I told you it would be the most complicated machine ever created. Well, look at this. Those items going randomly in different aqueductal directions, if that's even an English word. But this, my friends, is how you split items randomly in Minecraft. And the reason I think this works is because as those items come through the item elevator and they land on the slab, they can't actually stay on the slab, so they just get sent off in a random direction. And I came up with this because I tried a whole bunch of different blocks like fence posts and a whole bunch of other things, but the slab seemed to work the absolute best. So this, my friends, is the ReNDoG splitter, and I think it is freaking awesome. I mean, I feel so proud of myself that I managed to come up with something technical all by myself. And look, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I invented this and I probably came up with it first, but if there by some small chance I am the one that came up with it first, I am gonna be so freaking proud of myself, baby. Well, guys, after all that freaking excitement, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to put the Von Butts Industrial Park to the test. Everything has now been installed. Everything is ready to go, and I am extremely excited to see whether or not this is actually going to work. By the way, something interesting over here. This aqueduct, of course, is not going to be filling up any chests on this side, so it just simply pushes the item back into the system so that it can be reabsorbed to be sent in another random direction. I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. But this is it, guys. Let's go and plug in the beetroot, wheat, and seed farm. We won't plug in the carrot and potato farm today because we haven't installed filters for those yet. But all we need to do here is to plug this in, because we unplugged this last time we were together, weren't we? And this should be filled with wheat, beetroots, and beetroot seeds and a whole bunch of other seeds. That's excellent. Let's get a couple of normal seeds in here, I think, so that we can do a little bit of variation and we can see how it's going. This dropper should be filling up with, wow, it is just beetroot seeds in here right now, so let's get rid of those. Jeez, man, too many freaking beetroot seeds for one person to handle. Right, let's plug this bad boy in, guys, and this dropper should now be spitting out those items into the water stream. Okay, excellent. Let's just put some of these other things in here too. And where did I actually put all of those things? Okay, let's get some wheat and beetroot seeds, and a few of these beetroots also. Oh my goodness, things are going crazy over here, man. The lag is absolutely insane. The block lag right now is going absolutely crazy. All right, let's head over to storage module beta right now. And if everything is working correctly, guys, we should see items entering the storage facility, going up into the item elevator, then traveling randomly along the roof, and then being sorted into these chests. So let's make sure. Step 1, items are coming down here. Yes, they are. All of the different crops are falling down here. Beautiful. They are getting sent into the butthole down there, which is sending them up the item elevator, which just looks so freaking awesome. I love it, man. And then if we look up, we should see those items traveling along the aqueducts in random directions, north, south, east, and west. Look at that, guys. That is actually working, and they are now entering into the hopper chain, and what we should be seeing is our chest slowly but surely filling up with the different types of crops. I think it's actually working, guys. Oh, it is actually freaking working. This is the best mechanical redstone thing I've ever made in my life. I'm gonna give myself a freaking high five right now. ReNDoG, you freaking rock, dude. How did you do this? Well, Cyberdogs, I don't need to tell you, man. My brain is completely fried right now, but I am incredibly pleased with the progress we are making here in storage module beta. Next episode, we're gonna start working on the design of this place, and hopefully by then I will have all of the different chests installed too, and we can start sorting these items properly. inventory into their various corners of storage module beta. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I'm going to sit here and watch these items go up and be randomly split by the ReNDoG splitter, baby. If you enjoyed the episode, guys, please hit the like button. Let me know you enjoyed it. Let YouTube know I'm doing a good job. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, baby. We are just getting kicked off here in the Von Butts Industrial Park, and we have still so much work to do. So make sure you are subscribed to follow that. Thanks for watching, guys. We will smell you all in the next episode, and I'm going to watch some more items come out of this pothole because it's freaking awesome. Bye, everybody. Oh, I'm such an idiot.